Welcome to the fascinating world of traffic signals. Today we are at this intersection in D'Iberville on D'Iberville Boulevard, which is a divergent diamond. And what we have to do tonight is we have to repair these foundations. Now this is cost absorbed, so we don't get paid for this per se. We have it in the job as more of like a lump sum. We think it's gonna take this much and that's how much we get for it. So we're hoping we can do the minimum effort on here and just beat these bolts back in, get everything working back, you know, set straight and how it should be, and we can reset the bases, some new bases on it. Same with this one over here. These ones look a little worse whenever a car smacked into it, but hopefully we can just beat the bolts back out and get our bases to fit back on these foundations. And then we're going to pull new 8-conductor cable. As you can see, this cable is all torn up and shredded now. So we need to go from this cabinet here to this pool box and then split off one 8-conductor over there and split off from the pool box to this other foundation. And we're gonna remount some signal heads onto these as some knockdown bases. So y'all stay tuned. It will be dark when we're working on that, but you'll see the end results and see the process of us putting those together. My guys are almost out here, but while we wait, let's see if we can't knock these bolts straight. So, tell they move pretty easy. Glad they're this size and not bigger. Gonna have to get some tools on it to actually break the nuts free. So level plates and washers. This one's not too bad. Looks like this one can go this direction some. That one's gonna be tight to get off. Same here. Let me grab a channel locks or something real quick, and actually, a small crescent wrench would be perfect for it. Love this guy, Stanley. I wish these tools would come back. Definitely gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be fun to get back on and actually thread all the way down. The other ones don't seem as bad. This one's loose. Let's go to this other side and check out what we got. These bolts look a ton worse. Threads don't seem bad though. Oh yeah, we're gonna make this happen. Could use a big sledgehammer, may have made that a little quicker, but that's looking a lot better. Hit this guy a little bit. A lot better. I think it's gonna be doable. I think those are gonna work. So once my guys get here, we'll get the bases mounted on them. With the poles already set, we'll spray paint. Probably after we set the signal heads and pull all the cable, we'll spray paint them. But when they get here, I'll show you all the process of getting those plates, and I'll show you the bases for them. Let's get to it. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit the like button and also make sure to subscribe. Let's get right back into it. Now I need to get some measurements to get our guys to pre-cut some cable links for these 2 signal heads, because right here there's not enough room to actually set up a wire trailer and have everything. So we're gonna try to just set up some pre-cut cable, and I'll get them some measurements. So going from the pool box to the foundation, we have 10 feet. I expect about the same from the other side. Let's check that. And we have about 9-10 feet. Now I need to go from this pool box here to the cabinet. So let's roll it off together. You see, from the pool box to the cabinet, a little bit past it, it's gonna be 11 feet. And then, so if you got 22 feet, 21, 22 feet per each one, just to come out to the foundation, to the pool box, back into it. Gonna leave about 3 to 5 foot of slack inside the pool box. Need to have about 10 foot of slack coming out the cabinet. I'm probably gonna have around 12 to 15 feet to come up the poles and to the bottom of the signal heads. So let's do all the math real quick, just in our heads, and get a good number going. We got 10. Let's do 15, so let's have 25. What did we say? This was another, let me triple check myself here. Give me 1 second. Say 17 feet. Go from the cabinet to the pull box again. We got about 12 feet from the cabinet to the pull box. So we're at 25, we got 37. And I like to have about 10 foot of slack on the cabinet side as well. So I'm gonna have them cut 47 to about probably 2 runs of 50 foot on these cables, and that'll be enough to have a direct cable from the cabinet, pull box, and to each one of these signal heads, knockdown bases we're gonna do. So I'll get with them, tell them what to bring, and then I gotta run to the store and pick up a few things for tonight. So hopefully when we come back to it, it's gonna be a little bit darker, but we're gonna start mounting these bases. And then we also gotta pull some cable across and a Cat 6 all the way to this pole and a ground cable to both other poles out here. And then same on the other side of this divergent diamond, only we don't have to do the knockdown bases and the signal heads. Those ones are still there, but I do wanna say it calls for us to straighten those up. So that's what we're gonna do there as well. So y'all stay tuned and come along with us while we do this. Guys, it must be my lucky day. I went to open up this cabinet and look down here. We got a quarter and a penny, both on heads. That's some good luck. It's gonna be a great night. And we already saved 26 cents. A few more of these and I can afford some lunch. It's great. Next step, I wanna get this pull box lid off. Let's take our channel locks and pick up on her. That'll show you what's inside of there. But you got cables coming from the cabinet and the cabinet over here. They come over to this pull box. One shoots to each foundation, then more shoot across the road to these other signal shafts over here. So I can go ahead and identify which wires are which and get it ready to pull. So once they get here, we don't have to waste a lot of time. We can get directly to pulling the cable to both of these guys, and then back to the foundation and get the ones that need to go across the street ready and get them pulling on those. So it's opened up. I'll identify which cables are which and be ready whenever they get here. All right, so I went ahead and identified this is the cable that's going over to this foundation here. And then, what was it? This guy right here is going to that pole over there. And they are pulling extremely easy. So it should be a real simple process to get our new cables into the conduit and then get our 8 conductors back into that cabinet so we can get the signal heads that are gonna go on these poles wired up. So that's what we have right now. And that's gonna be the only cable we're gonna worry about getting new ones too on these ones. And then we gotta get some across the street, but that's gonna run into a separate conduit. Looks like it's gonna be this conduit that's going across the street, the 3-inch. And we may have a cable that we can pull out and pull with. Let me check inside the cabinet and see if we do. All right, Ben, tug on this guy for me. Go ahead, send her all the way to you. And then gonna pull most of the slack out from now. Oh, hold on, Ben.
Hold on, Ben.
Yeah, okay, well, he got it out at least, so my poor tape job ain't gonna kill it. I'll hold that. See how much we got here. 6, 12, about 15 foot. Looks good to me. And cool, gonna be perfect.
We need to match it.
Do what?
I might have ever thought that just a little bit.
Don't need to match it now. We're about to go from this one here. Need to do exactly the same thing we just did here, and then it will have enough slack coming back to the cabinet. And there's a string. We may have just tucked this into the cabinet to begin with, and then just run a new string again.
It's all good to cut, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I'm about to say, you just gave him cable cutter or something? Yeah. 10, 4. Actually, no, it'll work out. We'll use one of these 8 conductors to pull back into the cabinet. Leave the other one in here that's going into the cabinet, and we'll use that one to pull our other cables back in. What is it?
I said, it's because I had my protein shake on the way to work. I was like, well, my Nesquik, but it's 14 grams.
It is. Fairlife has a chocolate milk that's, they don't consider it a protein shake, but it has like 30 grams of protein and everything, and dude, it's delicious. Especially when like you're trying to lose weight. I know you'd be trying to gain weight, but when you're trying to lose weight, it's like a little dessert.
Yeah.
It's exciting. All right, let me tug on the one longer. All right, match it up.
Pretty much it, buddy.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be perfect. Yep. It's all we need, so let's hope this is enough, which it should be, because I want to say those are 8-foot poles. And then you got about another foot, so 9 foot. We should have like 3 foot of slack on the cables themselves, and that's perfect inside the cabinet. So 10-4. I try to mount these bases, get them level, and then we can screw. I really want to screw that post on, but I just want to make sure the bolts are good first. You just threw your knife down, by the way, TW. Try to throw it, but hide it on the inside.
Something like that.
May have to come back through like that a little bit. Gonna have to probably stack a few on it.
Yeah.
And gonna be that corner there. That right there.
Bolts are tight now.
Yeah. See, we can't kind of hide that, but.
Yeah, this one's kind of showing too. Can you try to turn them out of
Yes,
side?
let's look here at the end. Yeah, that looks pretty level. No, I'd say start just running down some nuts on there. Big washer on first, and these ones giving you some L. Yeah, we may have to beat this bolt some more though. Since these are slotted the way they are, ain't too bad. Steel poles are no joke. They're heavy. I've tried to cut this stuff out. Well, besides one pole coming off that we can get back on, hard to tell anything, but the signal head's up there. We just got to get level and straight with the road. Looks good. And there we go. We got the first one up and running. They're working on the second one, and then I'll get that one wired in. As you can see, once this goes green, it has an arrow that points in the direction for the vehicles to go, and looks pretty good. So this one's complete. We're gonna get this other one hooked up, and I'll show you all that in the cabinet. All right, they have that other light installed. Now I am currently wiring them up in the cabinet. Yes, this cabinet looks a mess, but I always go by, just make sure my stuff looks the best. Maybe I'll come back and actually dress up some of this. They really don't pay for that, but I do like to do that out of the kindness of my heart. Now, throwing all my tools, getting my conductors landed for that other light. Y'all saw one working already. I'm gonna get these landed up here, trim up my cables again, and then I will show y'all that light working. So stay tuned, be right back. Also, quick shout out to Tough Bill Industries. They sent me a set of insulated screwdrivers. So far I like them, but let's see how they hold up for in the long run. Maybe we can do like some kind of durability test, whack these things around a little bit, touch them to a hot, see how good this insulation lasts. But they feel pretty quality, so shout out to Tough Bill, and I do appreciate these screwdrivers. And there we go, everything's landed in the cabinet. Now let's go out in the field and take a look. I know you probably can't see, but here we go. We got a green, got a green with these guys out here, and you can see, hard to tell probably in the video, but it is an arrow. It's turning up towards these lanes here, so that these people like this guy here is going to know which direction he's supposed to go. We have also magically turned this galvanized pole black. Don't pay attention to that, not at all. Now we need to do the same over here. We need to go ahead and powder coat this pole here. So with the power of editing, let's turn this black. And there we go. As you can see, the pole has now been changed to black, which is the proper pole that they want out here. And it does have the signal head up here operating like it should. So these two are now complete. The next stuff we got to do out here is replace the signage. Besides, this straight one's going to stay and this one's going to stay, but we got to replace this and add a straight only sign over there. And we're replacing this one here and replacing this sign and get some cable across to ground out all these poles and back into the cabinet. All right, guys, we're gonna get to work on those signs. Plus, I got a few other things I got to run and go do. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed tonight's episode of Working with the Traffic Light Doctor. And as always, thanks for watching.